today I'm going to be talking to you about a little topic very close to my heart, Instagram. And basically what I'm going to be talking about is how Teresa and I take our Flatlay photos. If you don't know, Teresa and I have a blog, Line Bazaar, and our Instagram is one of our most popular pages. And one of the photos we take there very often are Flatlays. And I found through kind of taking a lot of Flatlays and learning what looks better and what looks worse that my photos have developed quite a lot. So I thought it might be an interesting video just to show you guys some tips and tricks as to how I take my Flatlay photos, and then right at the end there's going to just be a little bit of footage of me taking some Flatlay photos so you can kind of get some ideas in your head. So I thought I'd start off with just what I use to take my photos, and generally, unless a brand has specified otherwise, I take my Flatlay photos on my iPhone 6S, and yeah, I think the camera is fantastic. It's really good enough to take any Flatlay photo you need. I generally wouldn't invest in a big SLR for taking Flatlays. I don't really think it's necessary, and to be honest, I really like the depth of field and the focus the iPhone has. It's really easy to use and creates some really artistic photos. We use an SLR to take all our outfit photos, but I don't really think it's necessary for like really close-up Flatlays. Okay, so the first tip I have for taking Flatlays is choose a basic background. You'll notice in all of Teresa and I's photos we either use black, grey or white, and that's because we prefer monochrome, but also definitely for the backgrounds it's really important that you keep them basic. There's nothing that can clutter an image up more than having a really like patterned or colourful background. It makes it really hard to focus on what you really want to be the content in the image. So yeah, I would stick to monochromatic or very basic backgrounds. The second thing I would say for taking a good Flatlay is that lighting is key. Now, Teresa and I always try and take our photos during the day unless it's completely impossible, say if we're at dinner. And what you want to do is you want to try and take your photos as close as possible to natural lighting, and that means lighting from the sun. So Teresa and I either take our photos outside in our gardens or inside as close as possible to natural lighting, so in front of like a very large window. The photo I've taken in this particular Flatlay is just inside my house under a very large window. What you also want to do is avoid direct sunlight, and because direct sunlight can kind of create some gross shadows and it just won't look very 3D and very nice. So yeah, as close as possible to natural lighting out of direct sunlight. The third thing I would say is in creating your Flatlay, you want to start off simple with one, two or three things that you think you really want to put in the photo. In this photo, I've stuck to my big laptop with the marble case and the Senso boots and a bag, and I thought these are the three things I definitely wanted in my image, and then other than that you kind of add little things. So start off with like one or two bigger things that you know you want in your Flatlay, and then work from there. I'd also say in testing the products you have and the photo you want to take, it's easier to be more artistic than it is to be very rigid. There are Flatlayers and fashion bloggers like Margaret Zhang who do very rigid, very mathematical looking images with say 100 products that look perfect and amazing. But I find that really hard to do, and I would prefer to kind of slant my things left and right, or kind of build on top of each other rather than sticking to a rigid Flatlay. I think that's just easier for someone starting out, and I think often the images it creates are a much nicer artistic looking image. The next thing I would say is spacing in your imagery. Other than say putting things on top of each other or spacing out bigger products with littler products, one important thing is leaving little bits of space in between each item, otherwise it can look a bit cluttered. So you have a background for a reason. You want to keep it sort of mathematically making sense with light and dark areas. Light and dark areas are really important in taking photos. So if you've got a big block of dark, you want to match that equally up with a big block of light. Otherwise it's going to look too muddled and won't look very good on your grid. The fifth thing I would say important to taking your Flatlays and creating images is pick a theme. So if you're taking photos and if you're taking a particular photo and know you want to include your heels in it and some bracelets in it, you might think think in your head what this image means to you. So like heels and bracelet stuff, that might mean going out at night. So you want to like do a girls' night out type theme. You wouldn't put, say, night cream or like candles in that, because it doesn't make as much sense. You want your photo to tell a story. And obviously if you stick to a theme sort of with all the flat lays you create on your blog, you're more likely to get a follower base that is consistent and more likely to get consistent likes. The sixth thing I would say, and last thing, is that to have fun. And all these rules that I've given you are kind of just ideas and bases. You kind of want to do whatever you enjoy, and people will follow you for whatever you enjoy. There's no hard and fast rules to taking flat lays. Whatever you like is the best. To the next video now, I'm going to show you how I edit all my photos, all my flat lays on my phone using just the apps on my phone and nothing else. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!